Hey guys, and welcome to the Fluky Show, the very first episode. Thank you for joining. And I'm with Roman here. Say hi, Roman. Fluky, yes.
Hello guys, what's up?
So we are doing this first episode on the night that a Drunken Peasants podcast episode has been derailed for some reason. I don't know why. I went to their Facebook page. I'm going back there right now, and there's nothing there. There's no explanation. There's nothing there whatsoever. People are wondering what happened to today's show in the comment section. There is no clear answers. One guy even saying thanks for the fucking communications with the Monday show too, and shit like that. So yeah, I'm basically filling in for the Drunken Peasants podcast with my own podcast show, the Fluky Show. Dun, 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 dun. What? Fluky. Not to be confused with Floki, a character from Vikings, the TV show. What a story, Roman. So anyway, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Some stuff that's pretty real. That's in terms of internet lifetimes is old at this point, but still relevant. I think it's still useful to talk about. First thing up is gravitational waves and space travel. Now, Roman, you said you didn't know jack shit about this, right?
No, I have not. I don't know anything about it.
All right, well, I'm going to play a clip from a news organization, Russia Today, about this. So you get to hear some stuff about it. And just whenever you want to comment, I pause the video and you just say what you want to say, or I say what I want to say, etc.
Okay.
Century breakthrough that would shed light on some of the most mysterious secrets of our universe is set to be announced today. Scientists are expected to reveal the first ever detection of so-called gravity waves predicted by Albert Einstein a century ago, but never proven.
When a massive object collides with another, or changes speed or direction, it produces waves in the fabric of space-time. Gravity waves.
The findings could...
What's so funny?
I don't know, just continue.
Okay.
Gravity waves. We get YouTube poop out of that.
Okay.
The existence of disputed black holes, places in space where gravity pulls so much that even light can't escape it.
Okay, for people wondering right now, they're showing some footage from Interstellar.
Favorite movie of all time.
Did you like it that much?
I loved it.
The detection of gravity waves would also answer key questions of how stars appear and why they explode, as well as give us an understanding about how our universe may actually be expanding. It will finally prove the Einstein gravity theory, the core of space science, which predicted the existence of gravity waves all the way back in 1916. Physics experts told us what this all means.
It marks a culmination of 100 years of study of Einstein's theory of general relativity, and it opens up a complete new era in astronomy, astrophysics, and cosmology. This will tell us how Einstein's theory works under very, very extreme conditions, when you've got stars, very massive stars moving at the velocity of light, when they merge, and so on. So this is really a watershed moment. I think a new epoch in cosmology is about to start.
It's a testament to both human imagination and to the rigidity and power of the laws of physics. I mean,
So, what do you think so far, Roman, about this gravity wave stuff?
ISIS. No, I think it's pretty interesting. I think anything involving, space exploration or new advances in our understanding in space travel and how the universe works is essential to us, gaining more knowledge and experience and understanding so that we may be able to come closer to deep space exploration with manned human flights, and I think it's just really interesting. I mean, there's so many things, like this information that we're listening to right now was probably unheard of 10, 20 years ago.
That is true. When you say it like that, especially with that last part about the 10 or 20 years ago, you're right. You're right. It probably wasn't unheard. It probably was unheard of.
Exactly.
20 years ago, 10 years ago, and it's crazy how some things just changed. Within a couple of years. To go off your space travel thing, I agree totally. In fact, I made another video a while back when this news first came out, and I made the hypothesis that it could be possible that we could use gravity waves to our advantage, since you mentioned manned space flight, and use gravity waves to help make ships go faster. Project the ship off of the waves, like how a surfer uses like ocean waves to move and stuff.
I've even heard people talk about using laser beams as a method of propulsion of spacecraft. I'm not exactly sure how that will work, but there's some top scientists out there who say that using high-powered laser beams would be a method of propulsion. I'm not sure exactly how it goes on, but it seems interesting, and I think that any option, because it's obvious right now, conventional methods of propulsion, including fuel, are non-feasible because it runs out too fast. They need something that's literally going to last forever, or a very, very, very long time that can be stretched out and dependable. Lasers, some people talk about nuclear capabilities. It's beyond my understanding. But the lasers thing really stuck out to me because, I thought that was really neat. Like, wow, they're going to use laser beams as a method of propulsion. So I thought that was really interesting.
Yes, agreed and totally understood. We need to develop faster and better fuels and ways of traveling in space. Like what you mentioned, the conventional way, that's just not going to hold up, and it never really did to begin with.
Yeah.
And sure, it's been good temporarily, but it's time we changed. And there's other alternatives out there too that I just want to mention. There's been talk of ion propulsion. There's been talk of using solar. There's been talk of those are the two ones I can think about right now.
Right.
Possibly nuclear, like nuclear engines or something, or nuclear fission, or something along those lines. But yeah, there's multiple hypotheses out there as to what could potentially be used to make space travel. I think gravitational waves, if they can be used in such a way, could potentially help to make it happen. Yes.
Right. Well, there's a large amount of people out there saying that they want to use solar winds. You ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Kind of using sails and using the solar winds as propulsion, which I think is so cool just thinking about it. I'm not exactly sure the science behind it or the ability for it to work, but I don't know if you've heard of that. People, I think they're designing satellites that can open up like sails, like on a sailboat, that use solar winds as a method of propulsion. I thought that was another neat thing that they were coming up with, because all of these ideas and advancements and breakthroughs are just another step closer to us, making our way towards deep space and discovering other celestial bodies, and I think a starting point will be, the next step is Mars. I think that's a really interesting. We've done a few videos on going to Mars, but I think Mars is going to be another major stepping stone, because if we can start learning how to live on a dead planet, which is Mars, we can start to develop a better understanding, or maybe even go back to the moon again. I think we should go back to the moon again. We've already done it, apparently. Go back to the moon and set up a base there and start actually having people live on the moon like they do at the bottom of the ocean. Those scientists who go down to the very, very deep depths of the ocean and they live there for a month or so. Now we should do the same. Recently, I think astronaut Scott Kelly, spent a year in space on the International Space Station. That's another great breakthrough. That's the longest time anyone's been up in space, living on the space station. Now, translate that to living on the surface of the moon or Mars, and I think we're gaining more speed every day.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned a moon base, because there's actually talks of doing a moon base when they put the International Space Station into retirement. So that I think they'll do.
Because their plans to I think deorbit the International Space Station because of its age, and then they're going to build another one.
That too, yes.
Because it is old. I believe that they started construction on it in 2001. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, 2001. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But let me look it up really quick. I believe, the International Space Station.
Well, while you do that, I'm going to continue playing this video here, and let me know what's up.
About Albert Einstein sitting in his office, and he's scribbling.
I'm sorry, it was 1998.
1998?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's been there for 18 years, so it's time. It's time for them to take it down and build another one. But I'm sure it's going. I'm sure that it's going to be pretty sad to see them deorbit this thing. I don't know how they're going to do it. It's massive. I don't. When they brought down I think Skylab. I think whenever they deorbit Skylab, were near space stations. It was a really big deal. People were videotaping it, watching it burn up in the atmosphere. But pieces will land. So I don't understand how they're going to do this. Maybe they're going to take it apart and deorbit each section, because for that whole entire thing to come down in one piece would be absolutely crazy.
Right. I totally get you. Yeah. I'm not sure either, but we'll talk more about the moon base later on in another episode.
Yeah.
Because it's actually a very interesting thing.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And, because it's actually something that I want to talk about and talk more about. We also are going to talk about some more space-related, just travel topics, possibly in the... well, actually, I don't have it on the agenda, but if we... Maybe actually, I do have it on the agenda. It's right next to Gravitational Waves. So actually, we could talk about it right now anyway. I just think we need to focus more on space travel, that, Roman. And I think nations need to unite behind this effort. I think there's been news reports. I've seen news reports where the European Union and the Russian Federation have agreed to cooperate together. And I think the United States government needs to get over this BS with the Russian government, and at least with space travel, get over the BS with the Russian government, and just cooperate with them, and vice versa with the Russian government as well. I'm not saying the Russian government's perfect either. They got some issues, and they should learn to correct those issues and work together as well.
Yeah, cooperation among nations is going to be difficult and easy depending on who we're dealing with. I think the Russian Federation, the Russians and the Americans, and the Canadians, all three of us, that's gonna increase a lot of our power if we all just join together. As Canada, Russia, and the United States all seem like really good, space exploration options. So we'll see where it goes.
Definitely. All right, just gonna play some more of this video.
Invested literally billions of dollars in building machines looking for this prediction that Einstein made 100 years ago, and right now it seems to be coming true. But if you found something different, that would be an earth-shattering discovery for physics. So far in history, every time we've looked at the universe in a new way, we've discovered something brand new. So we'll learn something about gravity, but also about what is out there in the universe.
The announcement will be made by the Advanced Laser Interferometer Gravitational Wave Observatory, or LIGO, which uses two giant detectors in America to detect the waves. However, the idea for such equipment's thought to have actually come from Soviet scientists back in the 60s.
Soviets.
They just had... I'm not surprised they mentioned that. It's Russia today. But, I mean, that is true, though. I mean, I remember back when this first came out, and... Russia Today was not the only people that were saying that. Other news outlets were saying that as well. But it is interesting that the Soviets did have they were slightly ahead with this. But yeah, let's listen to a Soviet scientist on this one.
The idea was first put forward by two Soviet physicists in an article published in 1962. The theoretical basis was then further developed, notably under Professor Zeldovich from the Soviet Academy of Sciences. Various models were created to calculate gravitational waves. A Moscow State University team led by Vladimir Braginsky is now collaborating with LIGO. They're working on the detectors for the project.
So that's pretty cool. I mean, like, there's been people who have been working on this for a few decades at least, but it's finally starting to come to fruition with more research and more development and stuff like that, and more funding. Like, because they mentioned like the measurements and the things they used to detect the gravitational waves, they had to invest a lot of money into them. And maybe the Soviet government back then just didn't do that. I'm not saying they did. I'm not saying they did or did not. I'm saying it's a possibility.
Right.
Okay, so next topic is also somewhat old. SoFlo, the infamous Facebook page, versus H3H3. So a while back ago, H3H3 Productions on YouTube made a rant video against SoFlo, and honestly, SoFlo, you deserve it, man. I have such a huge bias against SoFlo, but I'm gonna keep it to a minimal for at least 1 minute. But yeah, so basically he made a response video to so SoFlo made a video back at H3H3, and now H3H3 makes a video back at SoFlo. So I'm going to play some of H3H3 Productions video here.
A lot has happened since we posted our video yesterday about SoFlo, including him threatening to sue us and making a response video.
Oh yeah, YouTube drama. There's lots of examples of YouTube drama. This is just one of them in the bucket of YouTube drama.
Both of those things in detail.
Although you gotta admit, some of this drama is very entertaining.
Yeah, like Fine Brothers controversy. We had a hoot about that.
We're actually gonna talk about that as well.
Oh God.
Roman, I am not done with those motherfuckers. Okay, I don't give a fuck if it's been 2 months or a month or 5 months or a year and a half. I'm not giving up. I'm not letting them off with that crap that they did. You know, I'm still willing to watch their videos, but I'm not gonna let them get off on that too easily.
Well, let's cut it short.
What with the Fine Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might not even play a video with that one.
Okay, all right.
Say a very special thanks to Ryan Morrison, the video game attorney who was advising us through this whole thing, and he gave us so much great advice and even represented us. I mean, this guy is a literal saint. So here's his Twitter, guys. Please go follow him. This guy is a saint. And one of the great things Ryan told us is that we can actually share the emails we got legally because it was sent to us unsolicited. Therefore, he has no expectation of privacy. So it is my great pleasure to show you exactly the emails we received from a dude at SoFlo. This is the
Here we go.
Email we got 3 hours after posting our new video. It says, "To whom it may concern, I wanted to reach out pertaining the last video you released regarding SoFlo. I am an investor in SoFlo Media, which is no longer owned majority by Antonio, and the reference that you have given regarding the brands are false as it relates to stealing content. And we all know that SoFlo has never stolen content. That is plainly false."
I won't lie. This is definitely me when I'm driving.
This dude straight up ripped off my content.
Everything on this page is licensed, and if this video is not taken down in 24 hours, we will sue you for defamation, and there will be serious implications. So after
what a bunch of baloney right there.
Yeah.
Come on. Defamation. Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. Also, it's like, how can that investor? I wonder if I could speak to him. I'd be like, do you even bother watching his channel, his Facebook
who would
page?
Invest in SoFlo.
Apparently, some people do for some stupid reason.
Bunch of idiots.
Ugh.
that I thought it was a bit of a laugh, and I tweeted out something like, only 3 hours in, and we've already got a threatening email from someone at SoFlo. Because the last time we made a video, SoFlo also threatened to sue us, so I made a little goof at the end, like, oh yeah, he's going to try to sue me again, not actually expecting him to do it, because it's so ridiculous. And again, after 3 hours, here comes the SoFlo team threatening to sue us. So he writes to me again, I can tell by your tweets that you are not taking this seriously. We will be working on taking your channel down and suing you for defamation. And you know, SoFlo is so well connected on YouTube.
Yeah, definitely.
You could tell someone's
just
scared.
take channels down at will. Call YouTube headquarters. Somebody goofed on me. Remove their channel right away. He continues to send me emails because I don't respond. He says, tarnishing a global brand and trying to seek investor dollars
Yeah, that
is no
sounds
joke.
like Fine Brothers.
How does it sound? Remind the audience how that sounds like the Fine Brothers.
Tarnishing a global brand. They're all into that global branding bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That I made a shitty investment. It's your problem.
Right,
You're
exactly.
the reason why SoFlo isn't making money, okay? If I lose my...
Right, exactly. I mean, like...
Yeah.
Did you even bother checking out SoFlo's channel? I mean, did you ever bother questioning where he got his videos from?
Yeah, exactly.
Including other big names that have put money in, then we need to get our money back from somewhere. And that would probably be the guy who was tarnishing the brand. This is my favorite email that I received because it somehow implies that I'm responsible for his shitty investment. Like somehow SoFlo was a perfect, pristine brand until I made this video. I mean, dude, I don't know what to tell you. You're a shitty businessman. You're the one who invested in SoFlo. I can't think of a less reputable, good brand to invest in. He built the whole thing on theft.
Right.
I mean, what more do you need to that? And somehow I'm the guy that made you lose your money, dude. I don't know what to tell you. You're a bad businessman. I fail to see how that's my problem. Basically, after...
Yeah, I mean, like...
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, like, I've gone on SoFlo's channel multiple times, and there's been times where he did not bother crediting the people he took the videos from. You know, it's very frustrating, you know, to see him doing that. It was very frustrating to see him, you know, just doing that at all. And, like, you know, it's just annoying. I mean, in fact, I'll go on SoFlo's channel right now, and I'll check it out right now. Let's see. Would Donald Trump's fans support Hitler? See, okay, he's got these he's got these stupid emojicon things, you know, with the shocked ghost looking face. Screw that. And first off, he's got a video. Okay, so the video he puts the fonts in giant big letters, which is also kind of annoying. You know,
Yeah.
I wish people
with the dumb emoticons in the title, which is ridiculous.
Right, or just put giant freaking like letters in like above and below the video. He puts his logo on the video, you know, and the guy in the video, we can't even tell if that's even SoFlo or not. It doesn't even look like SoFlo. Yeah, that's definitely not SoFlo. He has a beard. He has a whole bunch of stuff going on for him, and yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah.
and, like, the thing is, like, these people in the comment section, they don't know any better. Like, I mean, it's crazy, like, seeing some of the people in the comment section. Even when it's a shitty video, they still attack him. And even though, like, I understand they're angry about the video, they you know, they still think it's him, though. And it's like, you know, someone should tell him, like, no, it's not, that's not even SoFlo to begin with. That's someone else's video. You know, this will blow your mind. A guy that doesn't even look, again, someone who doesn't even look like SoFlo. Let's see. SoFlo actually commented here. Let's see. SoFlo, you suck. I want to punch you in your pussy. Oh my god, that's hilarious. This dog is a hero, and oh god, it's just, I don't know. It's
all right.
We're done with SoFlo.
Alright, SoFlo. To hell with you.
Alright,
Bastard.
Fine Bros. So
SoFlo and Fine Bros need to be hung for their crimes in the YouTube guillotine. And figuratively hung, I meant. I'm not advocating actually committing
capital punishment in that sense.
Yeah, in a YouTube sense, meaning their accounts are scrapped and they're exposed, just like the Panama Papers, which we'll do another video on that.
Oh yeah, that stuff that just happened today.
We'll make a separate video for that. That's a very big thing going on.
Yeah. Okay, so the Fine Bros. I know it's been a while, guys. This is not just for Roman. This is for everyone else here listening. I know it's been a while, but I think it's still important to talk about. I think it's still relevant to talk about because, like, it could have potentially been abuse of their power, and looking back on the situation, it made me question the integrity of other companies, other corporations when it comes to the use of trademarks. I actually looked into McDonald's, because they actually trademarked Mick, MC. So if you try to use Mick something in your
shits.
Yeah, like McShits, or they probably won't take you seriously there. But if you try to do a McDonald or or McNulty's or something with Mick in it, McDonald's can potentially come after you. Even if your restaurant has nothing to do with McDonald's, it looks nothing like a McDonald's. You don't even serve freaking cheeseburgers. They can still come after you. It's happened before. It happened in outside of London. I read a news article about it. I wish I had it up right now, but if I could find it, I'll post it in the comment section. I read this article and I was thinking to myself, this is not good at all. They were abusing their power, and I remember when the Fine Brothers were trying to justify, doing this. They brought up an example of America's Got Talent, and they were saying, well, Britain's Got Talent is very similar to the America's Got Talent. Therefore, the British version has to pay the American version a licensing fee. And I'm just like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, you know what? Now that you told me about it, guess what? I don't think the British version should be paying the American version jack shit. It's a different show. It's a different fucking show. They're both talent shows. One's American, one's British, though. They're not the same fucking thing. It's like if they were redistributing the TV show, they were re-airing it in England, in the UK. Then that would make sense. Then I can understand why they're paying a licensing fee. But to pay a licensing fee for a very similar concept or idea, that's just ridiculous. I don't give a shit if it's on TV or if it's a movie. It's bullshit. It'd be like saying I own a movie genre, and everyone who makes movies within the genre that I own has to pay me a licensing fee, or they just split the revenues with me. It's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. And honestly, the Fine Brothers trying to justify it, it made me realize, hey, you know what? This is bullshit to begin with, and this just in this reasoning they're using, like, oh, TV shows are doing it. No, it's not even okay for the TV shows to do it. Bullcrap. Maybe the Fine Brothers woke up. Maybe they had an epiphany, like, oh shit, maybe.
Or maybe they just got scared because their whole scheme was exposed.
Or that too, yeah.
They probably didn't have any epiphany. When someone's trying to get away with slick shit, they don't get an epiphany. They get scared and then they have to do damage control. And I've talked about this in the past 4 videos we've made about Fine Brothers. It's kind of like a government official being exposed with a cheating scandal or voting on a controversial bill, or going back to the Panama Papers, corporations hiding large sums of money offshore. So then they automatically find shelter in damage control. So, all this YouTube drama between these channels and people, it's ridiculous. I'm kind of sick of it. And
you are. I like it. It gives us ideas. It gives us things to talk about. But it
gives us content. It gives us content. But other than that, when it keeps going on and on, back and forth, the war of attrition can only maintain its likability for only a short period of time. Then it becomes, a pain in the ass.
Right. Hey, dude, since you mentioned the Panama Papers, it's getting pretty big. Apparently, there was looks like there's protests in Iceland about it and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to make their president resign. But we'll do that in a separate video. That should be a separate.
Definitely.
But I'm pretty much wrapped up.
Okay, so one last thing about the Fine Brothers I want to talk about is when people were still commenting, like the people who were against the Fine Brothers, they were commenting how they just accepted defeat, through fear or whatever freaking reason they accepted defeat. and they just continued making videos. And for a while, they were still getting more dislikes and likes on their videos. But eventually, over time, it started to, like, the people who were disliking, they just got tired of it. They got bored. And it just slowly started to go away. And then like, the likes, they're going back up. But, like, some of the people, like, they were claiming, like, why are you guys even still making videos? Don't you know it's over for you guys? And I just think those people are really narrow-minded. They're delusional to even say that about the Fine Brothers. Because it's like, no, it's not over for the Fine Brothers. Yeah, they've taken a lot of damage, but they're still around. They're still kicking. Like... I honestly think I honestly would have been surprised if this was going to be the end of the Fine Brothers. I did not expect them to completely crash from this. I still thought I thought it was going to be a disaster, but they would rebound from it, and I believe that's what has happened so far. They have rebounded from this catastrophe that they have put upon themselves.
Very well said.
Okay. Any thoughts for you, or are you done with the Fine Brothers?
I've made over 6 videos on the Fine Brothers. Hell, I have enough content on them to write an expose. I think I'm done talking about the Fine Brothers.
All right, well, if I can find the videos or podcasts, I will link them for people, and if they're interested, they can have a Fine Brothers binge
a
marathon of hating on the Fine Brothers for their enjoyment while they sit back and eat popcorn.
Yeah. Okay,
so this topic here. EA trying to trademark the word ghost and Ubisoft fighting back. Unfortunately, this was a while ago. I honestly don't know what happened with it. And so I don't have any articles for it. So my take on this is going to be brief. Roman, you probably don't even know jack shit about this.
Yeah, go ahead.
So basically, I'm hoping that Ubisoft won because I think it's fucking bullshit that Electronic Arts, like the Fine Brothers, is trying to trademark a word as vague in general as ghost. That was just stupid. There should be like a law, or there should be some kind of like limitation on what you can and cannot trademark. If a word or set of words is so vague that it's like and so general that you could potentially get fined for it if you write it in a paper, or if you get fined for it for using it like the title of it for a movie or some bullshit like that. It's a really something that's really general and vague. It shouldn't be considered a trademark. A trademark, and for me personally, a trademark should be like a logo or some shit like that. That should be a trademark, not words. Because a logo is one thing. A logo is definitely more unique than words, and you can definitely like be more. You can be. It's easier to identify with a logo than with words. Like McDonald's is golden arches. I can understand why they would have those registered or trademarked. It's because that makes sense for them to do that because they don't want people copying that, which makes sense. So yeah, I'm done with that. Pope meets the head of the church. And do you remember this, Roman? Do you remember when the Pope meets the head of the Orthodox Church, the Eastern Orthodox Church?
Yeah.
I thought that was pretty... I think the one thing I'm going to say about that, because I don't really have much information about it, again... The one thing I will say about it, though, that's really interesting is from a historical perspective. If you're a history buff, it's something that hasn't happened in centuries. It's in fact, from what I have, it hasn't happened in nearly a millennia. That's how long it's been since the Pope met any head of the Orthodox Church. That was almost as long ago as the Orthodox Church split away from the Roman Catholic Church. That's how
many a year ago.
Yeah, many centuries ago. So I think if you're into history, I think it's a fascinating thing. I think it's interesting. Yeah. So yeah, and you can stop doing that, Roman. Yeah, fucking shit. All right. God damn it. We don't have... Okay. All right. Have you seen Deadpool?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so type, so I am making a new plan right in the middle of the fucking show. Fuck you, Roman.
I gotta go.
Fuck you.
I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta wake up early.
What do you mean you gotta wake up early? What? I thought you didn't start working till 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. What happened?
But I have to go do errands in the morning and wake up early.
Oh.
And I'm tired. I did an intense workout today. I'm dead.
Fuck your workouts.
Gotta get in shape.
Speaking of the workouts, speaking of working out, the Drunken Peasants. Actually, it's funny you bring up workouts because two of the Drunken Peasants hosts, they're trying to do a competition to see who can lose 30 pounds in like 3 weeks or some shit like that. They're trying to lose like 10 pounds a week.
Oh yeah, is that so?
Yeah, and so far, TJ, aka the Amazing Atheist, is losing.
The amazing weight loss program.
Exactly.
Alright, I'm out.
Fuck you. All right. No, for real though, Roman. Thanks for being part of the show.
Yeah, I love this, and we're gonna do another show. I think tomorrow we're gonna get on it. I want to wait because we need more information about this Panama Papers thing, and I'm gonna get some more information. And tomorrow we're gonna make a real important video because this is real big stuff. This is, as you know, like remember when WikiLeaks came out? WikiLeaks was huge. This is basically another sort of WikiLeaks type of thing. A lot of people are going to be exposed with this. A lot of people are going down. So we're going to see what developments happen tomorrow, do a little bit of research on it, and we're going to come up with a very interesting, important, and newsworthy video on the Panama Papers.
All right, Roman. I'm going to continue on with the show, so you go off to beddy bye now. Goodbye.
All right, bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. Fucking Roman. He should have stayed. Oh, I'm so tired because I worked out and my arms hurt and shut up. I'm just fucking around, Roman. I'm just fucking around, dude. You know I'm fucking around. Obviously, we just talked about that stuff. So anyway, on to more topics. Yippee! So, the Gabbie Show versus Doc Reviews. For those of you that don't know, the Gabbie Show is a vlogging YouTube channel. And so, the Gabbie Show tried to file some kind of copyright strike against Doc Reviews because he made a critique video against her, and she tried to say, oh well, because he's using my footage or my video, therefore that affirms to a copyright strike for some reason. I think that's dumb as hell. But yeah, I'm gonna play Doc versus the Gabbie Show from Doc Reviews, and I'm gonna comment along with it. So see for yourselves, people.
This is going to be one of the most interesting stories that I've ever told you because it doesn't have an ending yet. Let me explain.
A fair use production. Very nice, Doc. Very nice.
So, Gabbie tried to use YouTube's copyright system to take my video down, and it didn't work!
Hooray!
Thank you, YouTube!
Hooray,
You
YouTube,
finally stood up
hooray!
for the little guy! Bravo! Thanks a lot! But holy cheese and crackers, Gabbie, you really botched this one. No, I could have made this part 2 a week after my first review. Just another video of you doing what you do.
I do wonder if copyright and the idea of ideas having an owner is going to go away because of the internet, which I'm not sure is a bad thing. I mean, we live in a...
I don't think it'll ever go away. I think that with every rule, rules are going to be broken and things are... But, for example, that meme where I saw, here's a dick pic, whatever, the dates one, there was no way to really trace that back to somebody.
Well, I mean, I Googled it, I found it.
but nobody cares. It's not, you know what I mean?
All right,
I mean, people care.
That doesn't sound good.
That's a bad way to put it.
Yeah,
It's just,
I wouldn't say that, Gabbie. It sounds real bad.
Yeah.
You just had a bad day. Nothing happened to you. Since then, you've gained 200,000 subscribers. You went to the Grammys. You met Rashida Jones. Your career is tanking. Oh, what are you gonna do? Oh, she did something. She decided to poke the bear. You tried to remove my video. So let's take a look into the claim and see how much merit it holds. Spoiler alert, it's full of baloney. Since this email from YouTube was unsolicited, I'll share it with you fine people. So let's investigate Gabbie's allegation against me.
All right, here we go. We have some fun now with this.
Category 1, URL of the alleged infringing video to be removed. So that's my video. Yep.
Okay.
Simple. Category 2, describe the work allegedly infringed. Gabbie wrote, my video.
Cricket sounds.
What? So by writing that, she's saying that entire video that I made is actually hers. Infringing video, the allegedly infringed video is my video. Describe the work of the allegedly infringed video. And she wrote my video. What? Title of the original video.
Okay.
Columbs was a D *** / The Gabbie Show. Oh, that video, the one where you stole Louis C.K.'s bit. Yeah, everybody remembers that one. Wait a second, it's private. Oh, shit! Gabbie, you sneaky. What kind of ruse are you trying to pull here? A little sweep under the rug. Very sneaky. All right, the next question is, where does the...
where does the content appear? Here, listen to what he says, people.
Appear. Gabbie wrote, entire video.
Entire video.
Okay, so quick recap here. Gabbie is basically saying that my review was hers, and that it was the same video as her Columbus was a dick video, which we can't prove because it's private now. And she's saying that I ripped off the entire video that was hers, but that is a different video? Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm pretty sure I only used the amount needed to make my point. If you don't believe me, you can watch my video again.
Exactly.
That one isn't private. Country where copyright applies. U.S. Oh, hey, you got that one right. Great. Good job. A video is fair use. Right, YouTube? YouTube agrees. Thanks, YouTube. But wait, there's more. The email reads on. It says, I state, under penalty of perjury, that I am the owner or agent authorized to act on behalf of the owner of an...
Okay, so you get the idea. Like, there's all this extra information. But, like, it's like... First off, he's under fair use. He's doing commentary. He's doing criticism of Gabbie's channel, but it's crazy how like he says, like, you can watch Doc Review's review of the Gabbie Show, and you can see for yourself that he in fact does not use all of Gabbie's video. Columbus was a dick. He does not use all of the video that's hers, basically. In fact, he uses multiple videos from her channel, and not just one video. So to say, first off, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. You can't say it's the entire video when it's not, because he uses different parts and different stuff from your video. Honestly, this is something I didn't really care. I wouldn't really care about this as much if it weren't for the fact that Gabbie just doesn't really seem to know what fair use is, or she tried to use YouTube to take down someone else's criticism of her. I just find it to be silly, and I'm just find it to be just silly, yeah. There was a video on my other channel I made about it. I was being more serious about it, but then one of her apologists came by and was just throwing insults my way. And it's like, look, apologist fan, like, you throwing personal insults against me for how I look, that's irrelevant. And honestly, I told that person, and I'm telling you guys, I honestly wouldn't care so much about what Gabbie did if Doc Reviews was in the wrong. But he wasn't in the wrong. He was using the videos under fair use. He was doing commentary on the videos. He was criticizing. He was doing critique. And so it's very frustrating when it's not just corporations. It's not just like entertainment corporations. It's not just entertainment companies. But it's also individuals who are abusing this, because if anyone should not be abusing this, I believe it shouldn't be the individual content creators on sites like YouTube. They should know what fair use is, and they of all people should not be. They of all people should not be, they should not be abusing this system. I wish they wouldn't abuse it. I just find it frustrating, you know. It's also a bit ironic when she uses other people's songs in some of her videos. There's videos I've looked at her channel. There's videos of her where she's in her car dancing to music that's on the stereo, you know. I mean, that could be, you know, content ID'd. Whatever, though. Whatever. All right, next topic. The Titanic 2. This is a really interesting one for me, the Titanic 2, because they're basically recreating, this company is recreating a life-size replica of a fully functioning Titanic that people can go on and can live on, you know, for like a week or two, you know, go on vacation, you know, like any other cruise liner that exists today. So they're basically remaking the Titanic. Obviously, it's not going to be the same Titanic. It's going to be updated. There's going to be certain modifications, but it's going to look what's really cool is it's going to look as close as possible to the very original one, with the updated features like Wi-Fi and like TVs, and, you know, stuff things that have been invented and modified for cruise ships since 1912. And man, I can't believe it's been already 100 years since that stuff even happened. But yeah, so it's really cool that I think that's happening. Really, really excited about Titanic 2. And yeah. So that concludes this episode of the Fluky Show. My very first episode of the Fluky Show. I hope you enjoyed it. If I had more time, not more time. If I had more ideas and more things to talk about, then I would be talking about them. But I ran out of stuff to talk about. So yeah, I'm done with this, and I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of the Fluky Show, and I hope it brings you entertainment, especially to the Drunken Peasants fans who, for some reason, the Drunken Peasants have, as of right now, not yet gone back onto what's going on, what's happening. Maybe they will now. Nope, not yet. I just checked their Facebook page. As of right now, as of recording this, still have not said anything on Facebook. Maybe they said something on Twitter, but I don't know. I don't check Twitter. I don't really know what's going on right now with the Drunken Peasants. I'm a bit disappointed, but oh well. Yeah, basically, oh well. So that about wraps up this podcast, the very first episode of this podcast.